How you doing, bro?
I'm good, dude. Staying busy. A lot of work this week, and that's okay. My paycheck.
That's that's awesome. And thank you everybody for joining us. For what are we on? We're on episode 37.
37. I was going to say 33, 34.
Yeah, we're on 37. Dude, I was looking back at some of the statistics and everything, and I'm like, man, we've really grown as a
For the most
podcast.
part, yeah.
We
It's
went
great.
we're not the biggest in the world yet, but
Yeah,
we will be. We will be.
eventually. I mean, that's the goal, obviously.
So before we get into anything, I do want to say I hit a milestone. I sent you the picture.
You did?
I hit a milestone today. Does anybody know what that milestone is? No? No. I hit 9,000 subscribers.
9,000, dude. That's such what a great number, too. It's at that threshold now where you're starting to reach that one peak, and then
Yep.
you hit that 10K, and then you can kind of breathe and take it all in, and then focus on, okay, let's start moving back up.
10K, and then next big step is 100K.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that way. Like I'm just about 200 away, ish, for 2K. So, um, I'll get there. When I hit 2K, I'll be like, and then continue to move up.
You'll hit it. It's just once you find that groove, you'll hit it because you'll get that
Yeah.
right going, hit that right type of videos, that right type of groove, and you're like, all right, I found it. Like I like your new background. I see how you changed it all up.
I have to, dude. I have to switch it up here. It's the whole
So
reason for the ship. I can go
yeah.
wherever I want.
So where's your ship right now?
So this is Arc Corp. For anybody who is still holding out for Star Citizen, which
Isn't that in
uh,
beta still?
brother,
For
it's
like
been in
20
beta for
years?
like a decade, and I'm not kidding. It's been about over 10 years now. So I'm in Arc Corp. If you guys ever watch my other videos, this is where I'm hanging out right now in Arc Corp. Um, I will be in an engineering bay eventually. I'm still working on that for some new videos, some new content that unfortunately I'm really stalling on, and I apologize. But there's new content in the works. I'm trying to mix up. I love doing the commentary, but I know I can do more
Hmm.
than my gaming commentary. So, and I have a lot of stuff here to just talk about games in general. So that'll be coming down the pipeline. I just have to, there's a lot of things I have to figure out, and a lot of personal things I'm still dealing with. But there's always a lull. It's
Yeah,
all up to me.
make sure you take care of those anal fissures.
I'm still working on it, man. The cream's not working. I have to dig too deep
Yeah, well,
to find an alternative, but we'll get there.
yeah. I know nobody in the chat or anybody watching or listening to this on Spotify has any clue that we were having butt jokes all day today. Well,
Yes, we
at
did.
least for the last hour or so. Yes, butt
With
jokes.
yeah, like within it, man.
Yeah, within the last hour. We're not that weird,
I
right?
mean, we are, but we're not that.
True. We just don't let people know that we're that weird.
No, no, not at all.
So, yes, with that being said, what have you been playing? Have you had time to play any video games?
No. I again have been kind of prioritizing my social life on the weekends when I'm not working 10 plus hours a day. Uh,
Yeah, I could
so
see why that hinders
yeah,
you.
and again, to reiterate, I have ideas, and I come home some days, and I want to make some videos. I can't. Physically, and mentally, I can't do it. I just go to bed.
Cody says hello. And
Cody,
so
thanks
does
for
Kevin
stopping by.
Gaming Channel.
And
And
Kevin.
so does John like an hour ago. But thank you.
Awesome. Appreciate you, John. Always. Always.
With that being said, I guess we really can't talk about.
Well, have you
It,
been playing anything or no?
well, last weekend I was playing Exoprimal because it
It
was
looks
the.
really good. When you're doing the demo on that one controller, I'm like, oh man, this game
Oh, I freaking love the game.
pretty
But
legit.
the season 4 came out with all the Mega Man content, which is funny that I'm wearing a
Okay.
Mega Man shirt. By the way, Uniqlo has awesome Capcom 40th anniversary stuff still.
That print looks amazing, by the way.
Yeah.
That print looks so much fun. So cool. Definitely up my alley for sure.
So I don't know if I mentioned this last week, but I got this one. I got a Monster Hunter, and I got the Street Fighter. Yeah, I was wearing the Street Fighter last week.
You were wearing the Street Fighter one. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and today they got the Legend of Zelda ones in. So I might go down there maybe tomorrow or this weekend. Cody says Twitch isn't live yet.
It will be, Cody. I honestly, Cody, thank you for letting me know. Because otherwise, if you didn't see anything, there might have been a problem. I'm just setting some stuff up. I'm a little behind. I wanted to make sure that the main channel here was on time. And so my Twitch is going to be jumping up in just a couple minutes. But thank you, Cody.
Have I been playing anything else? I played the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade.
Okay.
Because I got that early, and I got Ayuden Chronicle 100 Heroes.
Do you want to talk about that later on? You want to save that for later on? I'm kind of curious. I want to hear your opinions on the new Ninja Turtles arcade.
Situation. Yeah, I'll give you that, even though it's in the full video. I'll give it to you. I don't mind talking about it. Hey, D-Man. He said, "Hey, the back." He noticed what's behind you.
I'm over at ArtCore. I parked the ship over at ArtCore for a little bit.
I need to change something. How do I change this? Camera, audio, virtual background. No. Record hotkeys, guest. Where do I change it on mine? Do I change it here? Yeah, here we go. I'm finally going to change it.
I was telling Red Bandana, like, I'm considering for funsies just shooting like my collectible like all my casings and my Legos and stuff, and just throwing it back here for funsies, just for the podcast, just to mix things up here and there. But consistency,
kind of like this mess going on.
Yeah, because like I think though, like if I were to do that, it would be a bit more consistent for the both of us. It would look really cool, so people can kind of see
your virtual background with my nerd background.
Yeah, I even considered, like on some videos, making all my collectibles in my back, animate them to look like a hologram behind me, so it glitches a little bit, and then this background or something else peeks through every once in a while, just for fun. I think that would look really cool, and it's just like I'm a sci-fi nerd. I love just, that's why this is my thing.
To be honest, that sounds like a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
Just
maybe about an hour and a half.
Yeah, just for.
That's the time.
Just a little cool effect,
dude. I've been all week. I've been wanting to update all my graphics and everything for the YouTube channel.
Yeah, I did that. I was itching about a couple months ago. I think it was right at the beginning of the year, and I went, you know what? I spent a day and redid everything.
Yeah.
So, and it turned out pretty all right. What's okay? These are all popping up. Cody says, "Are Uniqlo clothes in Japanese sizes or American sizes?"
That's a great question, actually.
Okay, that's interesting because the Capcom stuff, they're American sizes. But I bought a Paul Cézanne shirt. You know who Paul Cézanne is, right?
Sounds familiar.
The artist. It was a MoMA shirt, Museum of Modern Art. And it was a French artist. And being an artist myself and classically trained and doing all the art history stuff, what have you, I saw that they had a Picasso and then they had a Cézanne. And I don't know if they're rotating, but I was like, everybody knows Starry Night, but how many people know Cézanne? So I got it.
Van Gogh is Starry Night. That's the thing.
Yeah, didn't I just say?
No, what did I say? I thought you were referring to the other guy.
Okay, no, because they had the two different shirts from the two different ones. Hopefully they have more throughout, the year or whatnot. Mm-hmm. But that extra large, like this fits like a normal extra large. The other extra large was like Japanese size because I'm like, oh, okay, all right. If I flex too hard, it's gonna. So it's not something I would wear to the gym. Where this, I would still. I would wear this one anywhere. This is a regular extra large. So it depends on the shirt. But the ones I've noticed, the the Marvel ones, the Capcom ones, because I have older Super Nintendo Mario anniversary ones and a Monster Hunter Rise. They all fit like this. All the extra larges fit like normal North American extra larges. So yeah,
They must be getting them printed by like a different.
They're all the same company. They all have the same prints and everything here. Okay. I just think it's where they're shipping them from. Because the same thing happened to me when I was in the UK. When I went to England, London, I got an Oasis shirt at one place and an Oasis shirt at another. The standard one that was just black, it was a Gildan. So that was American size. The other one was
Gildan's like the cheapest brand
right,
possibly buy. But.
Right. It didn't shrink though. But the other one I got was a different style, completely different brand. And that extra large was tiny. Once I got it on, I'm like, one, it's tight and it's short. And I was like, I'm a little too tall for this. So my wife doesn't really, she knows a couple of the songs, but she's not like a big fan like I am. And I'm like, even if I lost weight, it's still short. So.
I understand that. I run into that issues with shirts that they eventually get too short. I'm not the tallest guy. I'm 5'11", but
dude, I'm 1 inch taller than you. I'm 6 feet.
I know, but the way my build is, I need something a little bit taller and something tight around the waist because I have a 31, 32 waist.
You lucky right now because I've packed on a little bit of pounds. I'm a 38. Back before the pandemic, I was a 34. So
it's not bad.
I put on 4 inches, bruh.
Everyone could use an extra inch, huh?
Not there. Oh. Not there. So yeah, and the thing is, I haven't gone to the gym this week. I feel like such a freaking loser.
All right, you'll get back into it, man.
Yeah, I'll start. We've got so much stuff this weekend, so I'm gonna be like, I know at some point. We got a friend's wedding on Saturday. My wife's birthday is we're celebrating it on Sunday.
How old is she turning?
It's actually on Monday. So she's turning 25.
Oh boy, look at you.
I'm not gonna tell you.
I thought I was the only one robbing the cradle, bro.
I'm not gonna tell you my wife's age. You think I'm stupid?
I get it. I understand. I was going to see if you fell for it, but you
know. I'm not that dumb.
You sure?
Not completely.
We all make mistakes.
Sometimes. Only on days that end with Y. Every other day, I'm perfect.
All right. So Stellar Blade. When are we getting this release?
Well, I already got it. I picked it up today, even though it comes out tomorrow.
I thought it was.
It's tomorrow.
I'm thinking it was Wednesday today.
Oh, hold on.
That makes sense.
Oh, wait. Did I bring it in here? No, dang it. Hold on.
So, gosh, yeah. I mean, new music releases are generally done on Tuesdays, and DVD and physical media tend to be released on Tuesdays. And I guess games are. Oh, you can't hear me? Oh,
I actually picked up 2 games today.
And generally games, man, my audio, dude, doesn't work on my end sometimes.
Stellar Blade, PS5. Oh wait,
can you install anything? Can you install anything on that?
On
there we go. That should be fine now.
Dead air.
Thank you, Robert, for letting me know. No, my on my end, my Streamlabs is just ridiculous. Thank you so much, Rara. I got like 5 minutes of me, just no audio. Can you install any updates yet for that? Does it flag anything?
It already did it.
Or it already did
it. It already did it. And I also picked up Sandland.
That looks fun.
I bought it just because the whole Akira Toriyama thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's the last thing he technically worked on. So I was like, there you go. I decided to pick that up. But yeah, but that's it. And oh my god, all the nonsense around Stellar Blade hasn't stopped.
You know what? This is great for them. This is great PR.
Yeah, the sales are going through the roof.
I hope so. Just make a fun game with that is just it. Like, don't give in to. If it was me, okay. So, you and I both watched the RGT85 video. Shout out to RGT85. He did a really great commentary on what had happened in the pre-release of the game. And there is a shop called the shopkeeper's name starts with an R. Is it Rachel? I don't remember what it was. Her name starts with an R, and next to it was in graffiti. It said hard R.
Oh yeah, the shop. Yeah, I know what you're talking. And I'm like, and people were saying that's racist. I don't get it. How is that racist? I completely don't understand. I mean, am I that old or am I out of touch?
Well, you know, in the United States, and RGT brought up a really, really great point. Like, in the United States, it's the hard R is dropping a very racial word that I find disgusting. I don't let words hurt me, but it's a disgusting word, and they call it the hard R. Justice and RGT also.
Oh, the N word.
Yes, the N word. There you
go.
Oh,
because yes. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't put two and two together. It just doesn't. That stuff doesn't click in here.
So,
I literally had to sit there. My brain was.
You know how we can call women the C word here, and it's a pretty vulgar word, and we consider our society considers it a pretty vulgar word. But in Australia, people say that, like, you know, me calling you dude.
I had no clue.
Yeah. So, I mean, he brought up a very good point, and he doesn't care nonetheless. You keep it or take it. Or keep it or leave it.
Take it or leave it.
Take it or leave it. Thank you.
Yeah.
But they ended up fixing it and removing it right away. His point was, does it affect gameplay? Does it change anything else that they did? No. It's not. It doesn't affect anything. They just didn't want to offend people over here. But honestly, Stellar Blade's been getting so much
love and hate.
Love and hate, but mostly love, and the hate is just by loud minority, that I would have just left it.
Yeah, you see IGN gave it a 7, and then everybody's making fun of them because they're the only ones. Of course, all the activists and far left weirdos are the ones bashing it, but all the credible gaming sites like IGN, not Game Informer, 8.75. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much what I expected.
Yeah.
After playing the demo, I expected between definitely an 8 and above, but I was thinking if the entire game plays out like this, it's got to be between 8.5 and 9.
Probably.
I want to make it perfect. You know what actually kind of bothered me, and I noticed it in the demo, and I was like, I hope this is out through the entire game. You know how a lot of games these days are making it like holding your hand with traversal by putting the yellow paint? It didn't.
Yeah. Ghost Runner does it, but dude, I mean, come on. And dude, even God of War has done that with just putting like white paint and everything.
I don't like it because you don't need it. Like, you don't need it in this game.
Maybe it should just be an option. Shut it off.
Agreed.
Eventually in the future.
No, well, did you hear about what PlayStation's adding in, letting the game play for you, so you don't have to play it yourself? Game journals will be happy because then they won't have to play video games anymore. They can just go, it's got too much boobs or too much butt, you know, like.
Oh, I could
Stellar
see
Blade.
the damage. I could see the damage that's going to happen with that.
Yeah, it's, and then another thing is, I noticed it when I was playing. I even kind of went, when I was playing Ayuden Chronicle, because it has an auto battle feature. I'm like, all right, then why even play the game if you're just going to hit auto? And then I was trying to justify it by the menial, the little baddies that pop up all the time. Just hit auto and just clear them out. But I'm like, you could do it for the bosses. What's the point of playing the game then?
Yeah,
if it
so
just
imagine playing Elden Ring and then just switching it to letting the game play for itself.
So what are you doing? Just farming achievements or trophies? What are you doing?
Oh, this is going to get exploited too. And like, it's going to be ridiculous.
I get it. It's for journos because gaming journos aren't actually gamers. They hate gamers and they don't even play video games. They just want to tell you how bad you are for, liking a good video game that they don't like because of
this is, here's the problem. When you're going to enable a game just to be able for you to sit down and watch the game being able to be played, this is like me doing a car review and just sitting in the car while it drove itself.
No, you know why? You know why it's not even that far? Because at least you're in the car and you can talk about what you're experiencing in the car. Fair. It's more like seeing the car from across the street and talking about how it performs and what it feels like on the inside and how it shifts and everything underneath the hood. But you don't know, you're just looking at it.
Great point.
That's more. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's a really great point. Yeah, that's bad. And people are going to exploit this and abuse it. And gaming reviews are just going to get worse and worse because you have POS companies like IGN and Kotaku with people that don't want to work and push political agendas, and they're just going to use this. I'll just watch the game being played. I'll play a half an hour to an hour of the game, so I have an idea of the gameplay, but I'll just watch the rest of the gameplay. I feel like that's what's going to end up happening.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a really good chance of what's happening. See, people don't want to work, man.
Exactly.
The whole idea
they just want to sit back and let everybody else do all the hard work. No, just any work.
I mean, socially, look at how people are communicating these days.
Tell me about it. And then you got people like us that are significantly older, and then we go, all right, we worked for our stuff. And tell me, when you work for your stuff, doesn't it feel so much better than just having someone hand it to you? Gifts are great.
I'm sorry, Logan. That's a boomer mentality, dude.
No, apparently I'm
you
what's
like that
called
scapegoat. You like that scapegoat?
That is funny. I'm what's called a Zennial. Did you know that? Because I'm not technically a millennial, but I'm not technically a Gen X. There's like a 4-year gap where we just don't belong, and we're kind of like in between. Both my wife and I are in that little gap. And it's like, cause dude, millennials and I, we don't see eye to eye.
No, millennials are a very mixed group. Depending on how far you are on the early side, mid to late side, the early to mid, I don't know. It really just depends. Some are just the most weakest and weak-minded people you'll ever talk to. And then there's a lot of ones that are just like, what's going on is ridiculous. I think together, let's all just work together and focus on being good people and being strong.
You're asking way too much, dude. That's asking way too much.
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, just how hard is it just to go, hey, you do you, I'll do me. We can still be cool even if we don't agree.
Good luck. Nope.
So, yeah, okay. There's our little rant that all started from Stellar Blade.
So I'm hoping Stellar Blade's going to be something really good. My backlog is so deep that I don't think it's going to be a day one buy for me, but it's definitely in the queue. It's in the wish list. The RoboCop
you don't have a
games,
PS5 yet, do you?
No, no. Is it exclusive right now?
Yeah, it's only going to be on PlayStation. It's Sony paid for it. So
I think
maybe when the Pro comes out, I'll be like, "Hey, here's a PlayStation, $300."
I'll send it to you. Does that include shipping
and handling? Do they even call it that anymore? Shipping and handling?
They can't. It's called something else now because during the infomercials, they'd be like, including shipping and handling, and somebody got sued because of some issue, and they call it something else now.
Huh. I never noticed that because how often do you watch infomercials? And never. I just realized, are you paying attention to the chat? Mine's going weird.
I am not.
And they're getting mad that we're not reading the chat.
Okay. I'm sorry.
We kind of went off, guys. I'm sorry. We kind of went on a tangent and ranted. And that it makes great listening for those of you that will, Cody, listen to it tomorrow. I don't know who all listens to this on Spotify. I can see people do listen to it. but I don't know. It doesn't tell me. So I'm like, thank you, but okay. But okay, what's the last one here? Cody says, um, I think I'm the last group with a brain. I'm 26. Anyone younger have such a hard time comprehending what a job is, and that YouTube isn't a job. It's a gig and can easily disappear overnight. YouTube, depending on what you're doing, can be a job. Otherwise, it's a hobby or it's a pastime. It's just something you do for fun, but you can turn it into a job, but you have to work your butt off. I mean, they don't just hand you and say, here's your 1,000 subscribers. Here's your 4,000 watch hours. Here's some money. Have fun. No, they don't. Nobody does that.
I'm struggling on those 4,000 hours, dude.
So it can be a real pain in the butt. Oh, Cody's like, I'm mad you didn't answer my question about Playmates and Power Rangers. Why? Because that's for a totally different podcast. And Playmates makes some awesome Ninja Turtle figures. So I think they're going to do well. I think they should have given it back to Bandai. But hey, that has nothing to do with anything. But I think it's going to be a positive thing because the Hasbro figures are just crap and expensive. So what do we have here? Take a few minutes to answer questions. Yes, I do take a few minutes to answer questions. So, and yes, don't worry. Everybody who texts me knows the same thing. Unless I'm pooping, I don't respond right away. So I'm sorry about that, but because that's what you poop out of. Okay. Okay. What were we talking about? Games. Yeah, because that's what we talk about here is video games.
No, so basically, Stellar Blade.
Okay, yeah. You know what? That's all nonsense.
Okay, so what's going on?
I'm just going to play it, and I'm going to enjoy it. I think it's 2024's Hogwarts Legacy. That's what I think it is.
The Fallout 4 update, my buddy just logged on now. People watching my stream will see it pop up in the corner because it's Steam.
Don't you have Fallout 4? How much time have you put into Fallout 4?
About 6 hours.
Oh, wow, you got more than I did.
I just couldn't do it. I was just like, nope.
See, that's how I felt about Fallout 3. I put in like
not
3-4 hours. Yeah. I got 4, but I don't remember playing 4. And then
you don't have
Fallout 76, that was a buggy ass mess. And after about 2 hours, I was like, no, too much. Too much. But I just downloaded Fallout 4 on PS5 last night and Series X, and I'm going to test them both out and see what it's like with the updates. So, but yeah, actually, I thought, for some reason, I thought you'd be into that because we've never talked about Fallout. Like, actually, if you liked it.
I tried getting into it. Because all I heard was just all about New Vegas, how amazing, blah, blah, blah. And I let a few years pass, and I was just like, I'll try the new one that's coming out here, and just couldn't do it, man.
But the show's so good, it makes me want to give it another shot. Have you watched the show yet? Have you still not watched it?
I know. You know what? I should have started watching it yesterday, but I put the Spider-Man verse movie on instead.
So
it was a long hour. I worked almost 12 hours, so I was eating my pad thai and watching it, and I was falling asleep. And finally, like 9:45 came, and I'm like, I gotta go to bed. It's not bad. The animation's phenomenal, but I mean, it's not bad. It's just.
Have you watched X-Men 97?
No, my buddy Deanerlace has. He said it's pretty damn good.
Yeah, my friend Alex, a different Alex, not the one that you met on the podcast. He's been watching it, and I haven't had a chance to because Disney, even though I have Hulu logged in, Disney Plus doesn't want to log in, and I have the thing that does both. So I haven't watched it yet, and I'm just going to wait till the whole thing comes out. Just because I'm one of those just sit and binge it in like 1 or 2 sittings. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to wait to make sure they don't mess it up because I don't want to invest like I don't know, all these hours just to be like really angry at the end. So, yeah, but with that being said, oh yeah, Knuckles does come out tomorrow. That's right, D-Man. But I do not have Paramount Plus. We have enough. I think we have Amazon, we have Hulu, and Disney Plus is included with that. Netflix and Peacock. Peacock was given to us for free because of Halloween Horror Nights tickets. You know, if you buy a Halloween Horror Nights ticket last year, hopefully they do the same thing this year. They'll give you 6 months of Peacock for free. So yeah, you should go to Halloween Horror Nights.
I'll have to check it out.
Have you ever been?
No, I haven't.
When didn't you say the last time you came to Florida you actually went to Universal? But that was like 30 years ago, right? Or 40? You're pretty old.
About 5-6 years ago.
Okay, so that's not that long. That's not that bad. So why is this not populating? I'm seeing the chat populate here faster than here. I don't know what's going on. I'm having an issue. I'm having trouble. So, yeah, but we are simulcast, right? Because we're on YouTube and X. So I just went over here and Penny shared the podcast. Thank you for sharing it every week. I appreciate that. And then we have who's watching it over here. I cannot see, but thank you guys. Make sure you hit that like button. That really helps, guys. But what else are we going to talk about? I think we're done. We're done. Good night.
Yeah.
Yep.
BlizzCon canceled.
Yeah, you know what? That was even originally a part of it. And I just, while I was waiting for Nick to log on, I saw that. I was like, huh, how about that? So I do have an article here from Engadget. I'm not a big fan of Engadget anymore because they're kind of annoying. Have you ever read Engadget?
I have in the past, yes.
They used to do more in-depth articles. Now they're like, hey, this thing happened. Okay. And no, that's it.
Well, like is Engadget part of like Jalopnik and the whole otaku thing, or is Engadget something else?
To be honest, I don't know. Because if they were, then the stuff would be a lot worse. But here it goes. BlizzCon 2024 is canceled. Blizzard still plans to bring back the fan event in the future. I don't believe that. Because that's what they were saying about E3. Did E3 come back?
Are they even going to?
E3's dead. So, here, let's read a little bit. World of Warcraft, Diablo, and Overwatch fans who are looking forward to getting together at BlizzCon in November may be disappointed to learn that Blizzard has canceled this year's edition of the event. The publisher didn't give a clear reason as to why it made the decision, but said it was not made lightly as BlizzCon remains a very special event for all of us, and we know many of you look forward to it. You want to know what I actually think it is? Microsoft went, nah, we're not paying for that anymore. It's like, how does that save us money? We canceled our E3.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
We're not paying for that anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
Microsoft's like hurting. I don't care what anybody says. When you spend all those billions of dollars and make nothing back because no games, you're putting out a bunch of controllers. You think people are just going to buy up all your controllers and that's how you're going to make money back? What games have come out? Seriously. Nothing. There's been a bunch of poop.
Has anything even really been in the woodwork and the announcements or anything?
Everything's being pushed back. Perfect Dark, what happened to that? Fable's just a dumpster fire. Avowed has turned into a dumpster fire. It's like Forza, that actually came out and a lot of people were pissed. Me, one of them. And then they updated it, but it was too little too late. It's like there's just nothing good unless it's a multi-platform game. Yeah, everyone's playing Fallout. I just did I recorded a short. It actually goes up tomorrow. But Fallout hit 1 million players on Xbox in one day. 4 million across all platforms. Nobody wants this new crap. That's the thing.
I have to take a couple minutes. I have to take a couple minutes out. I'll be right back. I have to answer a call. What do I do to mute or fall out?
Down at the bottom where it says stop cam and mute.
Yeah. Okay. I'll be right
do
back.
Do it there.
No problem.
Okay. Don't hurt yourself. Oh, so I'm by myself. Oh, and he doesn't have his little image up there. Hey guys. Hey everybody. All right. Now I'm going to see what you guys are talking about over in the chat. So, okay. Yes, Knuckles is out tomorrow. I think I said that. Wait, who's talking about? John says, not a fan of the game anymore. I hope Mass Effect comes out soon. Mass Effect 4? Yeah, right. That's going to be in like at least a good 2 to 3 years. Because they just announced that it's going into production. Cody says, what is Knuckles? Like, is that a Knuckles instead of Sonic, or is Sonic still in there? It's just, okay. I'm going by the trailer. It looks like they just took Sonic 1, the first movie, and replaced him with a different guy, and then with Knuckles. So, I don't know. They even had that car riding in scene, which is kind of weird. Also, it is a show. It is a miniseries. And then Cody says, PAX and SDCC will be the only ones left, minus small local conventions. Well, there's still C2E2, which is the one in Chicago, San Diego Comic-Con, PAX East and West, yes. The guys from Pixel Game Squad have done SoCal Game Expo, which is supposedly a pretty big one that's coming around. We have a really big one here in Florida, which is MegaCon every year. And then there's Dragon Con in Georgia. I think that's Atlanta. That's pretty big. So there's still a number of big cons, but it all depends. Do you want comics or video games? So, and then what do we have? I believe BlizzCon is done. Yes, because of the Microsoft buyout. Okay, yes, I see what time it is. So that means Cody's running off. See you later, Cody. And John says, I hope June changes about Xbox. Well, we'll see what happens in June. And we know that Microsoft is getting some Hall effect goodness. But I got a video coming out in the morning, and I'm going to give you guys a little tidbit ahead of time. 8-bit do Hall effect wireless controller for Xbox. So that's tomorrow's video. So if you want to know more, watch it. It goes up at 7 a.m. I try to put all my videos up at 7 a.m.
It's not 8-bit do. It's 8-bit do.
Right.
They literally have the audio.
Right.
Yeah. And
so now I've corrected myself to 8-bit do. So. Yeah, and D-Man, you're right. The D-Man says, I got Motor City Comic-Con in a few weeks in Detroit. Yeah, that's another one. There's a lot of these cons that people think are rather small, but they're pretty big. They just don't get the name recognition as, San Diego Comic-Con or New York Comic-Con. And I mentioned C2E2. That's huge, and I saw Ninja Turtles post stuff on it.
Mm-hmm,
so was that
C2E2,
that was recent, right?
Maybe it was last week. I think it's this weekend. I'm not going.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we just took a drink break. Is that your Mio with booze?
Mio with water.
Just water this time?
Just water.
Why don't I believe it? That's vodka, tequila. Mio tequila. Wow, that actually sounds like a stripper. Mio tequila. Motor City gets packed because it gets a ton of huge guests. Yeah, that's the same thing like here in Florida. There is a South Florida. What is it? Florida, South Florida. I forget there's one in South Florida, but it's nowhere near as big as MegaCon. MegaCon, we've had some massive names, like massive. So, yeah, that's it about the cons. Okay. But I really don't care about BlizzCon. Did you ever really care about BlizzCon?
The only time I actually like maybe watched it was during StarCraft 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would catch highlights during Diablo 3. But otherwise, it just kind of tanked after that.
See, the only con I ever watched was E3, and I can care less about what's the one over in the UK? Gamescom? Gamescom, yeah. And yeah, but Summer Game Fest is trash. So
I don't even bother. I just don't even bother.
I'll watch it because I'm like, can I make content off of it? And then sometimes it's so bad, I'm just like, I'll just look at highlights. Yeah, like last year was awful. So, but hey, is what it is. I should have put more buzzwords in the title. Viewership is a little lower today than it was last week.
Yeah, you just never know, man.
Yeah, no, buzzwords. I mean, what are they called again? God, I'm so old. You know, when you look them up, I forget them. But yeah. So, okay, we touched on all the topics. Now, side quest. Oh, we're 41 minutes isn't that bad to talk about the main stuff.
I think we're good at a side quest.
Yeah. Sure. So, is there anything coming out that you're looking forward to? Because we don't ever talk about what's coming out that we're looking forward to. We talk about all the bad news, everything that's going wrong, and then what we're currently playing. We never talk about what we're looking forward to.
Hellblade 2, which is, I think, coming out soon.
Eventually.
Yeah.
The 32nd of Juvember. I think that's
May 21st.
Close. Because those new 8-bit Do controllers, the wired one comes out on May 31st, and the wireless one is June 15th, 16th? 15th, 16th, something like that. So, yeah, that's about it.
I mean, so that's about it, huh? You know,
dude,
like it's been
one of those weeks where like nothing's going on.
I've been trying to jump back into Helldivers 2, but like it's fun, but I just can't. Like, I don't know, man, where my mind's at. Like, I can't get back into it right now. I mean, I put like 6-7 hours into the game.
I've only put like about 3, maybe 4, not much. Oh, you wanted to ask me about the Turtles arcade game?
Yes. How is that going?
Okay. Did you ever play it in the arcade?
No.
Okay. So it came out in 2017 and it was made by Raw Thrills, you know, the company that makes the Cruisin' Blast and so many of those different arcade games now. They're like the big dev that makes all these. I think they even made Fast and Furious, but needless to say, they're the ones who made it, and people were complaining that, oh, it's Game Mill because Game Mill published it, so it's got to be crap. No, it means you don't know anything about it. But the game is fun. It's came out in 2017 in the style of the 2012 show. And as I said in my video, it's the last good Turtle series because Rise was trash. And even someone commented, it's like, I thought all Turtles fans liked Rise. I was like, no, nobody liked Rise. It's why it got canceled. And they ended the story with a really bad movie. In less than a year, they pulled all the figures off the shelves because they were just flooding the shelves and no one bought them. Just so you know, the same thing's happening with Mutant Mayhem. Have you gone into a Walmart or a Target? They're flooded with the stuff and they don't sell. They don't sell. I don't know who paid in order to make sure that there's going to be a Mutant Mayhem 2 and a TV show, but the first one was a technical bomb. It barely made its money back. Barely. But with that being said, I digress. It's a 4-player 3D brawler. It's kind of fun. Yeah, it's an arcade game. So the Turtles are going to get a little, what they scream or say is going to get a little redundant because remember, it's meant to be loud to attract people to it. And a lot of people just don't realize that this was an arcade game and how arcade games are designed are very different than how console games are. People were like, like I got a lot of comments saying Shredder's Revenge is better. No crap. It's made completely different.
Completely different.
And they're like, oh, it's annoying. Oh, it's loud. I'm like, it was an arcade game. It was large. And we have a place called Game Time, which is not too far from here. And it has one of them. And it's designed to attract people to it so they could see it. And if you hear the turtles yelling out, you're going to be like, oh, let me play. 4-player co-op. It's not online. People are complaining. Why isn't it online? I'm not buying it because it's not online. Okay, get some friends. Yep. Get some friends. So what? And it's a $30 game. I mean, I've never heard people... and they added extra levels for the console. And you have all 4 turtles. I mean, what more could you ask for at $30? It was from the last good show, has good sound, good visuals. It plays great. And I'm like, it's a $30 game. I picked it up on PS5 and the Switch because I wanted...
You double up on your game purchases.
Certain ones. Because I do want to play the 4K, all the beauty that the PS5 or the Series X offers, but I also want to be able to play certain games portable. And with me traveling a lot more than I ever have, it's nice to be able to bring it with me. And plus, I'm building the Switch collection. So usually the cheaper games I'll double up on because the 2 games cost the same price as that. So, but with that being said, it's just to go into the collection. I'm such a big Ninja Turtles fan.
Mm-hmm.
So just in case people couldn't tell. But those are the only games. Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers are really the only ones that I double up on. Otherwise, if it comes out on both, I usually pick the Switch depending on the type of game. Like, that's why I know Sandland is coming out for the Switch, but I wanted this on PS5 because just the visuals of it, it's going to run a lot better. Like, if I were to get The Witcher, what console would you get it on?
PC.
PlayStation 5. Well, I said console.
Oh, console? Yeah, I would probably do it on PS5 for sure.
Yeah. So, but it's a fun game. It's got, I think, 5 or 6 different levels. I can't remember. But for $30, I definitely think it's a pickup to play, have some fun with some buddies. 3 friends just come over, old school, throw everyone a controller, and you just go at it. And then when you beat that, then go to Shredder's Revenge.
Mm-hmm.
Or go to Cowabunga Collection.
What's the length of that new turtle game? Is there like a gameplay length?
Each level is about 10 to 15 minutes.
Not bad.
I think I beat. Let me see something. Let's go over here. Well, I'm gonna take a look because my video was, it's a 15-minute video. And I beat 1 level. So let's say about 10 or 12 minutes, maybe give or take, because, the blah, blah, and the blah, blah in the video where you say, oh, I like this, I like that, blah, 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 So about 10, 12 minutes per level.
All right.
So, which isn't bad. And you got, I think, 5 or 6 levels. Again, and then you can play it over with all 4 turtles. Each turtle does have its... just like in every game, they each have their own characteristics. So it gives you a slightly different experience each time. Because playing with Raph is going to be completely different than playing with Donnie.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
So, but yeah, I would definitely say it's worth picking up.
I'll look into it. I'll check it out. I'm kind of taking a back seat on the side scroller beat 'em ups. They're fun. They're there for the nostalgia trip, when you feel like you want to play them.
Right.
Lately, not so much. And to be quite honest, I haven't been really in the mood to play much. Ghost Runner's great. But like I said, like even Helldivers, I'm just like, I really do love this game, but like I don't even feel like playing this. I still have to finish.
Has it been the commitment of sitting down, doing this, and going, all right? Because you're not just going to play one game.
No.
Even if it is a 5-minute game or a 15-minute round of Helldivers, it's just like,
I
but
prefer,
there's so much I need to do, and I'm
think,
kind of tired, and then I got to cook, and I got to do this, and I got to
with like a battle royale like Apex Legends, you're jumping into a match that's 20 minutes, if not a lot shorter. Most of the time, a lot shorter.
Right.
You want to keep up that torture and that grind. Jump in, but it's going to essentially be 20 minutes.
Same thing like Exoprimal. It's a good thing it's going to be about 15 minutes per game. Unless they throw you into one of those oddball variants with one of the giant bosses or something like that, then you're looking at maybe 20 minutes, 25. But yeah, you're looking at about a 15-minute game. So I completely understand that.
Yeah. And like some of these games, some of these matches in Helldivers 2 go on for like 45 minutes, if not longer. And I'm just like, I can't.
Right.
Unfortunately, I cannot dedicate that time. I don't have that time to do it right now.
See, and I just noticed something. John goes over here and says, wait, the new Turtles is developed by Game Mill. No, it is not. It's published. Game Mill does not develop anything. And that's what a lot of people do. They just see Game Mill. Oh, it's got to be bad. No. Game Mill is just a publisher. It's like people saying EA developed a game. No, EA does not develop a game. Microsoft developed a game. No, they do not develop. They publish. So yes, there's Microsoft Game Studios. Yes, EA has its own specific studios, but they do not, they publish. And Game Mill is just a publisher. So Raw Thrills is the developer, and they are a very good developer. So, but hey. There we go. There's my little on the Turtles game. I think it's fun. I think it's a great way to stay in shape. So
yeah.
But with that being said, it is been almost an hour, and I didn't want to come in tonight and do a long one because there's really not much to talk about. And I got a lot of stuff to do tonight and tomorrow. I got a lot in the next 2 days. So thank you guys for being with us. Like I said, just a little under an hour, shorter podcast tonight. Maybe next week or the week after we'll be able to pick things back up and get into the longer podcast because I got a lot of stuff coming in the next couple of things. Yes, and D-Man, you're correct. Things are still so dead news-wise. Yeah, unless we want to talk about, the politics, and I do not. I'm sorry.
No
it's politics. Not fun. I enjoy talking about the fun stuff. So, yeah, because there's other stuff like the crap we found out with Ayuden Chronicle. I don't want to talk about that. I don't care. I'm tired of it. But it was fun talking about Ninja Turtles. It's fun talking about how it's actually kind of sad how this is Akira Toriyama's last game that we'll ever see. And it actually says on the back, it says created by Akira Toriyama. See that little blue right there?
I see that, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the reason I picked this one up. And it's supposedly you create these big kind of mech battleships kind of thing. Tanks. Yeah. Embark on an epic venture. Defeat enemies with mighty vehicles. Limitless customization awaits. So.
Should be interesting.
Yep. So I'm going to play Stellar Blade. Going to beat the snot out of that. And then check out Sandland. So.
Nice.
But again, thank you guys so much. Is there anything you want to say, Nick, before we call it a night?
No, we covered it. We went on here and we did our thing.
And, so yeah, we did our thing.
We did our thing.
So if you guys are still watching, thank you so much. If you're watching on X, make sure you follow us. If you're listening on Spotify after the fact, follow us there. Watching here on YouTube, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Subscribe to both of our channels. Well, here you're already here, but link in the description. You just click to enlarge, just click it, and then it'll go, and then you hit the subscribe button, and then that really helps too, because subscribing is always a good thing. So with that being said, thank you guys so much. Like we always say, God bless you all. Be legendary. Thanks again. And
that's some news.
There you go. You just throw it in there.
Squeeze it in there. I gotta throw it in there.
That's what she said.
Okay.